Jumping into Uplink. So this is a proper retro game, but it's good in geeky terms, definitely. Uplink, about us. Welcome to the Uplink Public Access Server. Uplink Corporation maintains the largest list of freelance agents anywhere in the world, and we have operated for the last decade with a flawless record of satisfied customers and successful agents. Our company acts as an anonymous job centre, bringing corporations together with agents who work for them. Our company also provides rental of essential gateway computers to all agents, which allows unparalleled security in a high-risk environment. You are here because you wish to join this company. So let's register as an agent. Your Uplink membership package includes a gateway computer at a secure location. You will connect to the machine from your home computer when you are working for Uplink. You can have it upgraded to the latest stage if necessary. A low-interest loan of 3,000 credits with Uplink International Bank to get you started. Access to our bulletin board system, the usual place for Uplink agents to find work. You'll be officially rated as an Uplink agent and we will monitor your progress. As your rating increases, you will find new avenues of work become available. Right, your name. Fill this in. How retro, you have to delete the placeholder text. Delta. We want a password. Enter your password. Oh, we have to stay hovered over it. Okay. Uplink Corporation will not ask for any more personal details. In the event of you being charged with illegal operations, our corporation will be forced to disavow all knowledge of your actions. However, you will be safe from arrest as your real-world address will never be stored. Cool. Uplink Corporation has offices around the world. Please select a nearby location for your gateway. You will dial into this location when you use Uplink. So we're going to go through essentially the tutorial element of Uplink to get you up and running with this. So where should we base ourselves? Yeah, we will base our gateway. Why not start over in the UK, in London? Registration is now taking place. As part of your membership, we will assign you a gateway computer system in your chosen server room. This will act as your jumping off point for the rest of the net. When you next log in, you will connect directly from your home computer to this gateway machine, and from there to the rest of the world. Should any of your actions be traced back to your gateway, Uplink Corporation will disavow any knowledge of your actions and will destroy your account. Your gateway machine will also be destroyed. Rental of the gateway computer will cost 300 credits a month. Boop, 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 boop. This is how the internet was in the old days, kids. Yeah, connect to the gateway. Downloading the Uplink operating system. Look at that speed. Ooh. Lovely. Uplink operating system successfully started on the gateway. Okay. Setup complete. Your gateway computer has been successfully set up and will accept only your username and password in the future. When you next start on the Uplink on your home computer, you'll be connected automatically to this gateway. In your email, you will find a message from Uplink Corporation with some useful IP addresses. You will also find the Uplink test mission, which will allow you to practice hacking. Would you like to run the tutorial? Which is recommended for first-time users, and if you haven't played Uplink before, or you've not played it in an awful long time, I would recommend selecting yes for this. Welcome to the Uplink tutorial. This program should help you get started. Click next to continue. First things first, you can move this tutorial on the screen by left-clicking on the title bar, right-click again to put it down. So you don't click and drag like you normally would, you just click once and then right-click once to put it down. We're going to start by looking at some of the facilities available on your screen. Click the flashing hardware button. That's down here in the bottom. Show the hardware currently installed in your gateway. The screen shows the status of your gateway. Your gateway is the link between your home PC and the rest of the net. So we've got 60 GHz processor, 1 gigaquads of bandwidth. I feel like they just made that up. Memory capacity 24 GQ, gigaquads. I feel like they made that up. Maybe gigabytes. Devices, none. PUD upgrades, none. Cool. So we can view the gateway. That's what it looks like. Snazzy. We got a modem. We got some memory. Looks alright, doesn't it? And then we can press close on that. In reality, the gateway is a computer sitting in one of our offices. You'll dial into this gateway automatically every time you start Uplink, dialing into something. We haven't done that for so long. At the moment, your gateway is very basic. It has a slow processor and very little memory. You'll be able to upgrade later, because the faster you've got your gateway, the faster you can do connections, faster you can break off, basically, the better and speedier you can hack. Just for everybody's knowledge out there, okay, obviously this is a game that is available on the Steam store. You won't actually be hacking any machines or committing any crimes. It is just a fun simulation. Click on the flashing memory banks button. Show your memory banks. We call them hard drives in the real world. It is gigaquads, we've remembered. This screen shows all the files you have stored in your memory banks. At the moment, you only have this tutorial and a couple of file utilities. File copier, file deleter, and this big tutorial. Click on the flashing personal status button. This is our status in the criminal hacking underworld. This screen shows your official ratings. These reflect your skill and success and will no doubt increase with time. So, grade 16 Uplink agent, we're registered, we're a neuromancer, unofficial. Rating neutral, and we are not a criminal. As your rating increases, you'll find more interesting and profitable avenues of work become available to you. Click on the flashing finance button. The money. Here you can see how much money you have in your bank accounts. We've got 3,000 credits, which we've taken out as a loan, which we know about. And the final button allows you to compose a new email and send it. We don't need to do this at the moment, but we'll click on it anyway. And send it to subject. We know how to send emails these days, don't we? The big button to the left allows you to run the software tools on your gateway. You can start any program from here. So run the software application on this like satellite thing. File utilities, we've got file copier and deleter, which we've seen there, databanks, drivers, security crackers, bypasses, LAN tools, and other, which currently just has the tutorial in. Everything else is empty. These two boxes show the date and time and your current location on the net. Time coming up to 20 to 8 and 24th of March 2010. You can see the game is a little bit old. And our location 127.0.0.1. There's nowhere like it. It is, of course, home. These buttons can be used to accelerate time. This can be very useful when you're waiting for something to happen. So normal speed, double speed, triple speed, and pause if you're panicking. This column shows all currently running programs and how much CPU time is used by each. You can see this tutorial program in the list. Yep, so it's like up there. And we've got our CPU usage. So closing programs does help the other programs that remain run faster. Bring up the global communication screen by clicking on the world map. That's this thing in the top right corner. This tutorial, even though it was made well over a decade ago, is actually pretty good considering tutorials with all the flashing buttons, so it should be easy to pick up. This screen allows you to set up a long distance connection that bounces around the world. You'll make extensive use of this screen. We'll come back here later, click the close button and return to the main screen. The reason is because the more you bounce your connection, the harder it is to trace, so we will get used to doing that. Click the close button, which is... oh. Not up there. Oh dear. We've broken our own tutorial. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. Let's get back into the gateway. Where's the tutorial? Let's start the tutorial again. Oh, so let's skip past all these bits that we've done. That was hilarious. So let's skip that. The absolute basics. We're going to complete the first mission. Because we completed part 1. Don't click that button. That button is to close the gateway. So welcome to part 2 of the tutorial. We will now show you how to complete your first hack for Uplink. We're going to talk about how great the tutorial was. Oh yeah, don't click that top button. That wasn't flashing, was it? There's another close button for the world map. If we click on here, the close button here is cancel. They could have really said the cancel button to make that obvious. Click the cancel button, not that one. That closes the gateway connection. But anyway, we digress. We'll carry on now. We will now show you how to complete your first hack for Uplink. Your first hack will be the Uplink text mission. Click on the mission description to read the details. The mission description. Uplink test mission. Aha. Yes, we've connected. Welcome to the Uplink test machine. This will be your first opportunity to hack into a real computer system with real defences. There is no point in trying to hack a real computer system until you can do the Uplink test in your sleep. You'll be traced during your attempts, so remember to monitor the communications lines. However, no action will be taken against you should you be traced. Hint: never connect directly to your target server. Bounce your connection around the world. It will make it much harder to track and give you longer to complete your work. Remember that you will leave logs on the computers you use as relays, which can be traced back to you. Ideally, your connection should use a computer which allows you to easy and risk-free log access, so you can erase your tracks around fear of punishments. So, if we start the test now, they're going to find us very quickly. But we don't know our username and password. So let's disconnect. Connection terminated by gateway. So, what do you want us to do now? Yes. Oh, here we go. So, we're actually going to read the description now, in addition to actually connecting to the machine. So our employer is Uplink, so we get to this with the button down here, the Uplink test button in the bottom right corner. And employer is Uplink, payment is no credits, Uplink test machine, steal data from a file server, gain access to the Uplink test machine by breaking the outer security layer, access the file server and download the target file Uplink test data, remove any trace of your hack, return the data to us at address internal@uplink.net. Links include Uplink test machine. Okay, so we only want to reply once it's actually finished, so we'll close that. Let's bounce our connection as far as we can. We're going to start by connecting to the target. Select Uplink test machine from the list of bookmarks on the screen. No, they want us to do it this way. Okay, we'll cancel. We'll do that first. So Uplink test machine, like we did before, dial straight into it. You are now dialing into test machine. Should read the opening message before clicking next. We have done. Click on the start the test button to bypass this screen. This user ID screen, you need username and password to get past, which we don't have. In reality, you will almost never have a genuine username and password. You'll have to hack your way in. In order to hack our way in, we'll need to buy some software. Disconnect from this machine. So we need to do that by pressing the disconnect button under the world map. Your best place to buy software hacking is Uplink Internal Services System. Connect to that site. Let's go. So, we've got our username and password. Unlike most sites, you do have a valid username and password because you're a registered Uplink agent. Yeah. We're in. Your authorization has been accepted. Your action is being monitored by Uplink's central computer system. This computer system provides a number of valuable services to the hacker community, including software tools which we need. You can access Uplink-related news stories, accept work from contracts, and upgrade your computer system. We want to upgrade our software so we can hack user ID screens. Click on the Software Upgrades menu. This screen lists all the software tools that Uplink currently has for sale. Items in grey are out of your price range. The first tool you'll need is one for the basic Uplink agent tools, the Password Breaker, which is down here. Scroll down the list and select Password Breaker. The current price of this tool is 1,500 credits. Click Purchase. Password Breaker, software cracker, hacks preset password screens. Not as fast as Dictionary Hacker, but is guaranteed to find the password eventually. Let's purchase it. That tool has now been uploaded to your memory banks and 1,500 credits has been deducted. You can try breaking that password. Disconnect from here and connect to the Uplink test machine. Bypass the opening text screen. So let's disconnect under the world map. And let's go to the Uplink machine. We've already read that. Let's run the password breaker. So software, crackers, password breaker. We've started it running, so it's using half of the CPU now along with the tutorial. Click on the software run button. It's trying to find it, but our connection was terminated by remote host. Uh-oh. So what went wrong? Start the test. Password breaker. Your password breaker is now running. You need to give it to targets. Connection terminated again. This is not being very successful in our hacking. Click on one of the text boxes labeled name or code. This will start the hack attempt. Third time lucky. Oh, we didn't even get one character. Oh dear, you've been disconnected by the computer you're trying to hack into. They noticed the fact that you were trying to hack their password screen and kicked you off their system. Because this is a test machine, you won't be punished in any way. In the real world, you could now face a fine or even jail time. This tutorial will now show you how to hack into a computer without being caught in any way. Then, first thing we need is a warning system so we can tell if they're about to catch us. We can buy software that will do this. That'll help. Like an alarm. Connect to the Uplink internal services system and go to the software sales menu as before. Get in, software upgrades. Scroll down and click the test trace tracker. This item of software can tell you how close you are to being tracked. It's only 300, it informs you of the progress of any trace in your connection. No trace detected, trace in progress, trace complete. Let's purchase it. There are several versions of this item. Higher versions have more features but are more expensive. You can afford the Trace Tracker version 2.0. Oops. Use the next version, select version 2. And then click on purchase. Informs you of any trace progress in the systems rather than just the 3. We get no trace detected, sensitive trace complete, and trace complete. That will be much more useful. You've now bought the item of software, you should run it straight away from the software menu under security. Security, trace trackers up, no traces at the moment. Trace tracker is now running. It's currently telling you that nobody is trying to trace your location at this time. Having a warning system is a step in the right direction. We also need to slow down any traces that are being performed on us. We'll do this by call bouncing. This involves extending our connection around the world to confuse the opponents. First, disconnect from this system. So under the world map, disconnect. Bring up the global communications map. It's the world map in the top right corner. We need to establish a long-distance connection to our target. The uplink test machine bounced through several intermediate systems. We build this connection by clicking on each of the intermediate nodes in sequence. Click on the location Internet. Click on the location Uplink Public Access Server. Click on the location Uplink Internal Services System. Finally, click on the target Uplink test machine. So bounce that around the world a little bit. Now set up a long distance connection to the target, bounce through 3 intermediate nodes. It will take the opponent a lot longer to trace and disconnect us this time. Click connect to establish the link. So once we connect, it's not going to start tracking us straight away because we've not done anything wrong. So, we've got our trace tracker, no traces yet, but we're going to start our password breaker. As soon as you do this, the tracing will begin. Click on proceed when it's finished. So the trace begun, we're at 25%, but you can see we're getting further into breaking the password this time. 25% still. Rosebud, I bet it is. Yeah, just call me the password breaker. Woohoo! The password has been broken and we're in. Note the trace now in progress. This is a test machine, so it will be a slow trace. We're at 50%. If you recall the mission description, we have to steal a file from the system. Click access file server. File we need to steal uplink test data. We need to use the file copier to download the file. File utilities file copier. Uplink test data. Downloading. Trace is at 50%. Downloading. Come on. Come on, we're at 75%. Oh gosh. Select memory. Where's our memory banks again? There we go. Uplink test data. Perfect. Target the file in question by clicking on it. We've done that. We've done that. We've done that. Let's disconnect. It's getting close. Connection terminated by gateway. Skip that. Because we've got the file. We're going to continue our own tutorial here. We're panicking about getting caught. So what you have to do for the rest of the tutorial then, we've got uplink test data there. So if we click on this now, which was our mission, we can click reply. Because the mission is completed. I've completed the following mission, uplink test mission, steal data from the file server. Please credit my account with the remaining payment ASAP, which is 0. Additional data sent is moment file non-attached. If we click on there, click on uplink test data, and then press send. So we've heard back from them. Mission complete. Congratulations on your success. Funds transferred. 0 credits. Thank you for going for uplink. This is an automated response. Please do not reply. So we can delete that now. And our next mail. Congratulations, Agent Delta. You've reached the next uplink rating. You are now beginner. Fantastic. We can delete that. And we've already done that, haven't we? Welcome to uplink. And that's it. That's our basics on uplink. you will have limited memory bank data, so now that we've sent that data, if we go to File Utilities, which you can use on your own gateway machine, we go to File Deleter, and then we drag it with our cursor that it's attached to, and click on that. It will delete the uplink test data, and we've recovered that memory location. Right click, it will drop it, and then left click on the cross, it will cancel it. And that is it for tutorial 2. Tutorial 3, the final part of it. Hopefully you finished the test mission. This part will show you what to do next. The Uplink Internal Services System is a place where you'll find all your future work. Connect there now. So, if we go onto the world map, Internal Services System, so you can get through the quick access, but also this way. We can directly connect, because we're not hacking this system. Uplink maintains a list of available missions. You can access this by selecting the mission list from the menu. So you can see ones that are encrypted, because we're not high enough in Uplink to get them. You should see a few missions that are available now. If you don't see any available missions, you can accelerate time until some appear. That's using these buttons at the top, double time, triple time. You can use these buttons at the top of the screen to accelerate time until a mission becomes available. Each time you successfully complete a mission, you'll be paid and your Uplink rating will go up. As your rating goes up, more missions will appear. Employers are more likely to offer you more dangerous missions and pay you as your rating gets high. In addition, your Neuromancer rating is affected by the types of missions you do. It's essentially a value on your morals. This rating is effectively a record of your moral values. Oh yeah, we just said that. You may find employers are unwilling to give you certain missions if your Neuromancer rating is too low. Is that if we're too moral or too immoral? Who knows? So we can access any of these missions at the moment, gain access to a router system and steal research files, similar to the test mission we did. Find and destroy crucial data on the mainframe, so rather than copying a file from it, we'll delete it. Sabotage files, again deleting. Find, destroy crucial data, deleting files again. So we're going to exit out of that. Uplink Corporation maintains a large database of useful information on the subject of hacking and computer security. Select help from the menu. And then you've got more help that can assist you after this tutorial, particularly if you forget anything. As you attempt more complex missions, you'll undoubtedly run into more complex security systems. All of the information we have in this system is kept in these help pages. If you get stuck, this is the place to look. So you can look at secure connections. So we've done call bouncing, active traces and passive traces, trace tracking, active tips. We'll give you a whole tips file that you can have a look at. And you've got different security systems, so ones we've not looked at the moment, so voice print ID systems. If you're starting to hack one like that, you can read through the instructions there, which tell you how to crack it and why it's difficult. You may learn that you need some new software or hardware upgrade. Exit out the help screen, so we're going to go back to the help menu and back to the main menu. Once you're working on harder missions, you will find your current gateway is too limiting. You may need faster CPU capabilities, more memory capacity or bandwidth, or more personal security. Select gateway upgrades from the menu. Here's all the lovely gateways. Look at that beast for 113,750 credits. Best all-round gateway. Look at that one compared to that one. You can see the beastie size of it. This screen shows you all the gateways that you can buy from Uplink. Currently you have the first one off the list, that is Gateway Alpha. The standard starting gateway for all new agents, no room for CPU upgrades and limited memory capacity. After a few missions you'll be able to afford an upgrade. Your old gateway's part exchange, so you can work the way up the list slowly, which should make these later ones cheaper. Uplink Corporation does not store any records on who is using which gateway. This means that your gateway can be traced, but you are safe. If you are traced during the hack, we will be forced to seize your accounts and gateway. This means you'll have to start from the bottom of the gateway list again when you rejoin. You're a nobody again. Later gateways have room for your own security. You can install cameras and motion sensors which will give you early warning of trouble. If you destroy your gateway before it's seized, you can normally save your accounts and name. However, you will of course lose your gateway. This is the end of tutorial 3. You should have a good idea of what to do next. Uplink Corporation wishes you luck for the future. And that's it. That's the tutorial. So we can disconnect from there now. Press OK. Close the tutorial, which will free up more memory for the hacking. And if you go onto the memory after you've finished, you can celebrate by freeing up space and starting the file deleter in File Utilities and deleting the tutorial. We don't need it anymore, we've done it. Right click and close and we're done. That's the tutorial for Uplink. Fantastic game. It's currently available for less than £1 at the moment on Steam, so well worth a look if this has piqued your interest. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Uplink videos. We'll see you later.